All right, hello guys. What's going on? What's going on? How's it going? Let me check everything across my platforms so I can see your messages in the first place. So it seems like we're live, right? Yep. So I'm streaming on YouTube, X and Twitch simultaneously, so you can reach out to me using these platforms. And let me see if I can see your messages. Let me test if I can see your messages. Twitch, YouTube, and X. That should be it. Yeah, I can see everything except X for some reason. But that's okay because it works this way every time. So let me just reload the widget. That should do it. That should do it. Test one more time. There we go. Yes. Okay, let's begin. Today we're gonna work with a very interesting topic or theme, rather, right? And it sounds like this. Your brain isn't designed for happiness, and I already found my first footage. Let's create a new project, importing this very file, and let's see what we can come up with. So this is an interesting topic around happiness that's mostly philosophical, I would say, right? When I rambling about my thoughts, what can I on how I see happiness. And yeah, the first thing we do, we just create new sequence, right? And we place the video on top of that sequence. There we go. And now, since I scaled up my video, let me check the position of mine. It seems like it's need to be shifted to the right side a little bit, like this, right? Yeah, that's better. Okay, it's definitely a different setting for me, different setup, and I can see that I have now, as you remember from my previous streams and my previous videos, right, I got like 2 separate audio tracks here, and right now it's just the one because exactly before this recording session I checked it and I basically reset the setting in my OBS, and in fact I can show you where was it. So this is the output, right? And output settings on OBS, and at this tab here, which called recording, we can see that there's the setting called audio track, right? And there's different checkboxes, and you need to make sure that you have just one if you need just one audio track. So I got like two checkboxes here checked, and that's why it's recorded 2 separate audio tracks. And of course you can rely on both of them, and you can just basically redirect direct your different audio sources into different tracks, right? If you need that, for example, you can separate your background music from your voice lines and stuff like that. But since I record only my voice, and this is basically what I need, just one singular audio track, right? That's how I record my videos. So let's begin. Let's go over the script, right? And see what we can chop off this video. Let's go. Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good exists, not to make you happy, but to make you repeat behaviors that kept our ancestors alive. But modern life has weaponized this system against you. Social media algorithms trigger dopamine just like drugs do, just with less intensity. Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted, "We put in the like button to give users dopamine hits. Each notification creates a brief high followed by a crash. This cycle is identical to addiction, because it is addiction. Your brain develops tolerance to these hits. Receptors downregulate with constant stimulation. Receptors, okay, we remove this part, obviously. Receptors downregulate with constant stimulation. You need more likes, more achievements, more purchases. The hedonic treadmill accelerates but never reaches a destination. Break free by creating conscious space. Notice when you're seeking external validation. Question, will this create lasting contentment or just momentary pleasure? Replace dopamine dependencies with activities that build sustainable well-being. Start with just 5 minutes of presence without seeking stimulation. Your happiness isn't broken, your relationship with it is. I have an essay on the topic of Your happiness isn't broken, your relationship with it is. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness. Okay, let's remove this part here, right? Your happiness isn't broken, your relationship with it is. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy of Happiness, Why Dopamine Isn't Enough, for you to read in my newsletter for free. See you over there. Alright. That's it. That was pretty good, right? Without any crucial mistakes, I would say. And now let's do the same work but with more precision, right? And we use this triple edit tool so we can move clips around and cut them simultaneously at the same time. Your brain isn't designed like this, right? So I need to move this closer together. It does the work automatically. Survival. This is why the survival, once again. Designed for survival. This is why the yeah, that's good. It's a good pace, right? Just we need to shrink. Exists not to make you happy. This pauses a little bit, so we make sure that there's no unnecessary silence between clips, right? There's a lie. But modern life. Wait a second. There's a lie. But modern life has weaponized this system. Okay, I think I need to do it in a reverse way, right? Because since we have this little sound when I'm finishing the phrase here, ancestors alive. But modern life has okay, just like that. What's that? Social. That's my breath. System against you. Social media algorithm. A little bit further. This system against you. Social media algorithms. Yep. Let's continue. Just like drugs do, just with less intensity. Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted, "We put Parker admitted, "We put in the intensity." Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted, "We put in the wait, what? Intensity." Former Facebook president Sean Okay. Admit it. We put in the admit it. Just a little bit more R. Parker admit it. We put in the like button to. Okay. Dopamine hits. Each notification creates a brief. About notifications. Here we go. By a crash. This cycle is identical. It's about dopamine cycle. It is addiction. Your brain develops tolerance There we go. To these hits. Receptors downregulate stimulation. You need more likes. More purchases. The hedonic treadmill. Alright. So what I do here is just simply reducing the amount of the destination. Break silent seconds, right, between those clips. Free by because we don't want to hear silence, right? There should be something conscious space. Notice when you spoken in the background, so that's why we remove those things. Validation. Question, will this create go. Very pleasure. Replace dopamine. It's definitely not the sound we want to hear, right? My breathing sound. Well-being. Start with just 5. Right? Seeking stimulation. Your happiness isn't broken. That is. I have an essay on the over there. See over there. And that's the final phrase, and we cut this way. Okay. 1 minute 15 seconds 40 milliseconds. That's, or rather 40 frames, right? Or it's millisecond. Alrighty. Let's go. So the next thing we do is we finished with the cutting, right? And now we do transcript. We need to transcribe this script here. And in the meantime, let's create adjustment layer. And let's place it on top of this A roll like this, right? So we don't forget about this layer in the future. There we go. That's my transcript. Let's go again over this one. Your brain isn't designed for happiness. It's designed for... It's designed for survival. It's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good exists. Not to make you happy, but to make you repeat behaviors that kept our ancestors alive. But modern life has weaponized this system against you. Social media algorithms trigger dopamine just like drugs do, just with less intensity. Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted it. We put in the like button. We put in, not on the like button, right? The like button to give users dopamine hits. Each notification creates a brief high followed by a crash. This cycle is identical to addiction because it is addiction. Your brain develops tolerance to these hits. This hits. There we go. Receptors downregulate with constant stimulation. Downregulate, it's one word, right? Regulate with constant stimulation. You need more likes, more achievements, more purchases. The hedonic treadmill. The hedonic treadmill. Okay. Hedonic, like this. The hedonic treadmill accelerates but never reaches a destination. Break free by creating conscious space. Notice when you seeking external external validation. Question: will this create lasting contentment or just momentary pleasure? Replace dopamine dependencies with activities that build sustainable well-being. Start with just 5 minutes of presence without seeking stimulation. Your happiness isn't broken, your relationship with it is. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy. The Science, not Science. Oh. Science and Philosophy. The Science and Philosophy of Happiness, Why Dopamine Isn't Enough, for you to read in my newsletter for free. See you over there. Right, that's good, right? That's it in terms of transcript. Now we can go here to captions, right, and create captions from this very transcript. And we need to set this maximum length in characters to 10, a minimum duration seconds 1.2, and lines single line, because I don't want it to be like a huge amount of words everywhere. Now I search for commas, dots, question marks, anything I want to remove from it, and there we go. Now we just select one of those, right? We go to edit here and we set this as track style, and now we have my captions. Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is okay, there we go. So that's the A-roll, right, with captions. Now we need to put here a B-roll. So we go over the script one more time and let's see if we can find something that we can place over the A-roll. Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good exists, not to make you happy, but okay. Seeking external. One more time. Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. Okay, let's try to find something about survival, right? Survival skills. It's designed for survival. I don't think we can find anything regarding like ancestors' life or something like that, right? But Climate changing. I don't know, like happiness? Maybe? It's about designing the brain, right? But how do we show this? How do we show this? One more time. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good exists. Not to make you happy, but to make you repeat behaviors that kept our... Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes... Okay, maybe let's try to find something about dopamine, right? Dopamine. No, that's not about it at all. I mean... Okay, let's do this, right? So... we have some videos about survival, like this one. This one can be good, right? It's about survival and stuff. Okay, and next one about happiness. So I like this one. Okay, let's see if we can use it here, right? So let me put this here. So we have new category for me. Oh no, I cannot possibly create. Okay, that's a bit... that's a bit rough. Okay, let me check one thing here. Because if I cannot... Yeah, I have no rights. So I'm just working with my file server, and I think I need to check my settings or something, because I cannot possibly create folders and files there. Oh, okay. That's a little bit of a problem. Okay, guys, give me some time. I need to fix my file server. That's a little fucked up, to be honest. Wait a second, can I even save those? Yes, I do. Okay, it seems like it's fixed. Go. So I think we're good. So let me check this one more time. Stuck. Wait, what? Okay, one more thing. Just a moment, guys. We are almost there, almost there. I just have this folder in my file server that is, and I have no permission for to edit this folder for some reason. I mean, I know the reason because I just played with the settings and stuff recently. It's a little bit of unfortunate to have this during stream, but it needs to be fixed. Anyway, so okay. It seems like it is fixed, so just give me 1 second to finish everything, and this should be. Let me test that I can. Yeah, can also do this. Okay. Okay, it seems like it's working. Let's go. Okay, and the next one is for happiness, right? Happiness, health. I thought I had happiness. Something about happiness. No? Okay, so let's download this one. Okay, the beginning of today's editing was a little bit rough, but that's okay. It happens. Okay, let's unlink this audio track here. We don't need it, right? Just like that. Let me increase. There we go. What the? Just like that. One more time. Your brain isn't designed for happiness. For happiness, it's designed for survival, right? And we put this here. Oops. Right here. For some reason my movements are a bit off today. It's designed for survival. For survival. Okay. Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good exists, not to make you happy, but to make you repeat behaviors that kept our. The dopamine system that makes you feel good exists, not to make you happy. Maybe something about brain. Let's see if we can find something. Some footage with brain, maybe? Those kids. We can use this one. Why not? Let's unlink this. Okay. Not to make you happy, but but to make you repeat behaviors that kept our ancestors alive. But modern life has weaponized this system against you. Social. Okay, so modern life. What we can show here, modern life. Like smartphones, right? Smartphones or something. Okay, this one is suitable here, right? Social network. So let's use this one. There we go. We just need to increase the scale of it a bit, right? But modern life has weaponized this system against you. But modern life has weaponized this system against you. Okay, let's place it a bit to the left, like this. But modern life has weaponized this system against you. So, alright. Social media algorithms trigger dopamine just like drugs do, just with less intensity. Former Facebook president. Social media algorithms trigger dopamine just like drugs do, just with less drugs. Okay, let's do drugs. Not this way, I mean. Just like... What? How is this? The stop drugs. Something like that, right? Just some tables. I don't think we need anything more here. Some pills, right? There we go. Trigger dopamine just like drugs do. Okay. Just with less intensity. Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted. Okay, Sean Parker, right? I don't think we can find. Let's see. Maybe we can find, by the way, Parker on like the like button. Let's see. This article is more than 8 years ago, but that's exactly that gives it these credentials, right? Let's see. Let me see if I can find the original article of this. Yeah, I think that's the article, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is exactly what we trying to find here. Yo, DSCI News. What's going on? Okay, let's make a full-size screenshot. DSCI News. DSCI News, right? DSCI News. Yeah, that's great. How's it going? Okay, so we made a screenshot of this one, right? This article, and now we can place it right here. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good as well. Glad to hear it. So, doing some video editing. So let's place this here, right? Then we increase this stuff here. What's your channel? So, as you can tell, it's something about the garden. So I want to show the garden here like this. So we just start from this position and from the scale. Maybe we'll increase the scale. So on my channel right now, I stream basically this type of videos, right? When I edit my shorts for my socials, right? And that's the type of streams I perform right now currently. But I'm thinking about maybe adding some vibe coding sessions and stuff like that. So basically live working sessions. That's the premise. That's the premise here. Okay, that's the starting point, right? And former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted. We put on. Then we go and we maybe scroll it down like this. Let's see. Intensity. Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted. We put on the like button to give users dopamine hits. Each dopamine hits, right? And let's scroll it down like this, and just increase the scale a little bit. To emphasize the importance of the message, right? Density. Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted, we put on the like button to give users dopamine hits. Each notification creates a brief high followed by a crash. This cycle is identical to addiction because each notification creates a brief high followed. Okay, so there's something about notifications, right? Maybe we can find something. Notification. Let's see, notification. There we go. Where are you from? So, I live in Thailand, and I stream from Thailand. So notifications. Let's see. Something like this, but I don't know. Let's try to find social. Social. I mean, science content. Wow. What type of content? It's like a documentary type of style or something like that? Facts and news. That's cool. Sounds exciting. Shorts. So do you prefer shorts over the long form video? Because yeah, I'm leaning into shorts as well for now, but honestly I want to make more of long form videos, but it's kind of hard to find time for that because it requires an enormous amount of effort and commitment to do that. It's just out of my time schedule for now, unfortunately. Okay, so I think I had, yeah, social content creation maybe. Well, log form is a compilation. Yeah, that's still a good type of video, right? When you just compile. Because I personally love. Oh, I personally like this type of videos when you just watch a compilation of different stuff. That's cool. Each notification. Okay, let's do this. Let's place these girls here, right? And on top of them, let's give them some notifications. Like that one. And we do the following. We add here the special effect called keying, right? Like ultra key. Then we set this color to key, and each notification creates a brief high followed by a crash. There we go. Now we have our notifications on top of the video, right? That's how you remove green screen. Each notification creates a brief high. Okay, let's increase the scale a little bit. Like this. Your brain isn't designed. One more time. Champagne hits. Each notification creates a brief high followed by a crash. This cycle is. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, and yeah, good luck on your journey. I wish you a bunch of subscribers. Is identical to addiction because it is addiction. Your brain develops tolerance to these heats. Okay, this is about brain again, right? So we need to make sure that we maybe this illustration could work here, right? Your brain develops tolerance to these heats. Let's see. It is addiction. Your brain develops tolerance to these heats. Receptor downregulate with constant stimulation. You need more likes, more achievements, more purchases. Okay, one more time. That's about notifications, right? Social. Let's see. Let's use this one. You need more likes. 70. More likes. More achievements. Let's place here this girl again. More achievements. More purchases. And this is something like this. Achievements, more purchases. There we go. With constant stimulation, you need more likes, more achievements, more purchases. The hedonic treadmill accelerates but never reaches a destination. Break free by creating conscious space. Not space. Okay, so let's put this meditation footage right here, right? Because it's something about that. Break free by creating conscious space. Notice when you're seeking external validation. Question, will this create lasting contentment or just... So, this is thinking. Let's see if I can find something about thinking. Maybe this one. Question, will this create lasting contentment or... 135. Or just momentary pleasure? Replace dopamine dependencies with activities that build sustainable well-being. Start with just 5 minutes of presence without seeking stimulation. Okay, and that's again something like meditation, right? Would be nice here. Start with just 5 minutes of presence without seeking stimulation. Your happiness isn't broken, your relationship with it is. I have an essay. And now we go for my essay, right? And I want to place a screenshot of it. So let me get it. This one. Excuse me. Okay. Let me check how to reach happiness. Okay, how to reach. No, the science of happiness. The science and the science and philosophy of happiness. Let me just copy this. This one, the science and philosophy of happiness. Number 11, 15, 18. Okay. why dopamine isn't enough. So this is the one. Here we go. And now let's make a screenshot again, like full size screenshot. There we go. Now we have a screenshot. And now we can use it here as a B-roll, right? Let's place it on top. There we go. Let's fix the position here, right? This is the first position. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy of Happiness, Why Dopamine Isn't Enough, for you to read in. And this is the last one, right? Let's do dopamine trap. Let's finish this here. Now we add here temporary interpolation like this. In is out. And let's create this animation curve. This mountain type of curve like this. And let's see. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy of Happiness, Why Dopamine Isn't Enough, for you to read in my newsletter for free. See you over there. Alright, that's it in terms of B-rolls, right? And we're done with that. Let me save the project. Now we can work with auto track, right? And since that's the different recording session, I need to make sure that I have my loudness. Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why in a certain level, okay, it's definitely way too quiet, right? We need to increase it, but let's see what we can use here, right? 10%. And let's do 3 decibel gain. Then we go and we filter out high frequency sounds. Then we go and add equalizer with the setting of like vocal enhancer, right? And some increased volume. Then we go and add compression.
The dopamine system.
One more time.
Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good exists, not to make you happy, but to make you repeat behaviors that kept our ancestors alive. But modern life has weaponized this system against you. Social media algorithms trigger dopamine.
Right, and the last one is hard limiter, right? -1. There we go. So let's see.
Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good.
Okay, now it's ideal, right? -14 loops integrated and -1 true peak, which is exactly what we need here. Now let's add some music track on top of that, right? And I have my favorite one. This one. Let's see. -20. And now I will add some transitions at the end of the video.
Your brain isn't designed for happiness, it's designed for survival. This is why the dopamine system that makes you feel good exists, not to make you happy but to make you repeat behaviors that kept our ancestors alive. But modern life has weaponized this system against you. Social media algorithms trigger dopamine just like drugs do, just with less intensity. Former Facebook president Sean Parker admitted, "We put on the like button to give users."
And now let's do this Lumetri scopes, right? Lumetri color. There we go. So it's already pretty good, I would say, right? So let's see if we can improve it somehow, right? Definitely I need to increase the temperature here. There we go, in order to look more alive, I would say, right? Not this type of image, but like this. There we go. Increase the saturation a little bit, and let's do the S curve. Slightly less. Like that. My favorite vignette.
Cycle is identical to addiction, because it is addiction. Your brain develops tolerance to these heats. Receptors don't regulate.
Alright. That's it. That's it, guys, for this video. And now we can, like, what else do I need here, right? Just to export this video, and for this I will export all my videos at the same time, so I don't need to do that. For now, let's close all projects for now, and let's create a new one from scratch. And this will be the second video of today. And let's see, your brain experiences 100% dopamine increase. During sex. Okay. Create. There we go. So this will be the second one, right? I usually do 3 videos. Let's see if we can make it a bit faster, right? So since now I have everything set up from my side, there is nothing I can. Okay, still I need to place myself a little bit to the right side, right? Let's go. And let's cut this. Video, shall we? Okay, let's go. Why is this always like that?
Your brain experiences a 50–100% dopamine increase during pleasurable natural activities like sex. Cocaine gives to 50% increase, methamphetamine whopping 1000% increase. This explains exactly why you feel trapped in a cycle of seeking validation, achievement, and pleasure that never quite satisfies. Here's what's happening. Your neurochemistry evolved for worlds of occasional reward.
Okay, so
here's what's happening. Your neurochemistry evolved for worlds of occasional rewards, finding food, social connection, successful hunting. But modern life created an environment of constant artificial triggers that hijack the system. Social media notifications, email alerts, gaming achievements, shopping rewards, even work accomplishments. Each creates a dopamine spike followed by a crash that makes you want more. This isn't your character flaw or lack of willpower, it's your brain functioning exactly as designed in an environment it wasn't designed for. The solution is understanding that happiness comes from within, not from external triggers designed to make you dependent. And true contentment is being at peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine.
okay.
And true contentment is...
Wait a second.
And true contentment is being at peace with whatever
It's being at peace, not begin. Why?
and true contentment is being at peace with
Yeah, I see the mistake here.
And true contentment is being at peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy of Happiness, Why Dopamine Isn't Enough for You to...
Yeah.
And true contentment is being at peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and true
this or that?
contentment is being at peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine. I have an essay on the topic of searching. And true contentment is being at peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine. I have an essay on the
Okay, yeah, I think it's the last one is better, right? Because I did like emphasize this phrase, not more dopamine.
and true contentment
I
and true
genuinely think it's
contentment
better.
is being at peace with whatever. Science and Philosophy of Happiness, Why Dopamine Isn't Enough for You to read in my newsletter for free. See you over there.
And now let's go over the video one more time and let's do it with more precision this time. Just like that.
Your brain is
Let's cut off all these gaps.
sex. Cocaine gives to 50% increase. Methamphetamine whopping
I totally admire your dedication to it. Thank you very much. Thank you, my guy.
% increase. This explains exactly
All right. Let's do that.
satisfies. Here's what happening. Your
Here's what's happening.
it satisfies. Here's what happening.
That's good. That's just a small pause here, right? But still, we want to decrease this.
No rewards. Finding food, social connection.
Wait, what? One more time.
It satisfies. Here's what happens. Occasional rewards. Finding food, social connection.
No, that's good. That's good. Let's remove this pause here.
Successful hunting. But modern life creates
There we go. Oops. I think I have some breathing sound here, or let's see.
hijack the system. Social media notifications.
I think we need more air here, right? So let's
Hijack the system. Social media.
let's add some space here, right?
Hijack the system. Social media notifications. Email.
Yeah, that's better. So sometimes in order to preserve the rhythm of speaking, right, you need to add a little bit more air between clips. So
Work accomplishments. Each creates a dopamine spike.
that's exactly the example of this type of situation. There we go.
More. This isn't your
Wait.
makes you want more. This isn't
So, and at this point, for example, I want to decrease it.
makes you want more. This isn't your character
That's cool.
designed for. The solution is understand.
All right.
Make you dependent. And true contentment make you dependent. And true contentment
And the final phrase
there.
over there. And let's cut it right here. All right. So we're done with cutting, right? Now let's go and create transcript and transcribe this video. In the meantime, let's create adjustment layer. Place it on top of our A roll. Wait, what? Excuse me. What the? What's going on here? Why couldn't I place it? Okay, this is adjustment layer. Okay, let's go over the script one more time. And let's see if we need to fix this text somehow, right? Let's go.
Your brain experiences a 50-100%
A 50. 100%.
brain experiences a 50-100% dopamine increase during pleasurable natural activities like sex. Cocaine gives to 50% increase.
Not 250, but 250%. There we go.
To 50% increase. Methamphetamine whopping 1000% increase. This explains exactly why you feel trapped in a cycle of seeking validation, achievement, and pleasure that never quite satisfies. Here's what's happening. Your neurochemistry evolved for a world of occasional rewards.
For a world, right? So the article was missing here by me, but we can add it here.
Worlds of occasional rewards, finding food, social connection, successful hunting. But modern life created an environment of constant artificial triggers that hijack the system. Social media notifications, email alerts, gaming achievements, shopping rewards, even work accomplishments. Each creates a dopamine spike followed by a crash that makes you want more. This isn't your character flaw or lack of willpower. It's your brain functioning exactly as designed in an environment it wasn't designed for. The solution is understanding.
The solution, no. The solution is
Understanding that happiness comes from within, not from external triggers designed to make you dependent. And true contentment is being at peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy of Happiness, Why Dopamine Isn't Enough, for you to read in my newsletter for free. See you over there.
all right. That's it, right? Now we create captions from it. Let's do it with the same settings as usual, right? Just like that. Creating captions. Now we remove all the commas. We replace them with empty space, which means that we basically remove all that, right? Now we select one of those and we set this style as track style, and there we go.
Your brain experiences a 50-100% dopamine increase during pleasurable natural activities like sex.
Okay, guys, give me a second, please. I need a quick break. I need to go to the bathroom. Be right back. All right, I'm back. And let's start working with B-rolls, right? So we have this beautiful track for my B-rolls, and let's see. Your brain experiences a 50-100% dopamine increase during pleasurable natural activities like sex. Cocaine gives. Okay, so can we find something about sex? Couldn't find this page. Okay. Sexy. I didn't mean like literal sex, right? But something like yeah, something like this. I think that's good, right? Your brain experiences a 50-100% dopamine increase during pleasurable activities, and we place this video during pleasurable natural activities like sex. Cocaine gives. Okay, let's increase the scale like this. Then cocaine, okay. Can we find something about it? This is floor, right? It's not the ore, it's a salt even. I don't know. Definitely not a drug, but how can we show it? Drugs. Maybe that's okay, right? For the showcase purposes. That's fine. Cocaine gives to 50% increase. And meth? I don't think we can find it though. Let's try to find maybe something about drugs again. see. Maybe something else. Something in this category, right? I don't know, it's hard to find. I think it's okay to use some analogy, right? Something like this. Be nice. Why not? Just a brief second, right? Not like a full footage of Breaking Bad or something, right?
Percent increase. Methamphetamine whopping 1000% increase.
And 1000, I think we need a comma here, right? Let's add this thing. Wait a second. Let me fix my aircon. There we go.
Whopping 1000% increase. This explains exactly why you feel trapped in a cycle of seeking validation, achievement, and pleasure that never quite satisfies. Here's what's happening. Your neurochemistry
Here's what's happening, right? And let's go to the brain functions, right? And we have something. Let's see. Let's try to search within our brain here, right?
Here's what's happening. Your neurochemistry evolved for a world of occasional rewards, finding food. Here's what's happening. Your
neurochemistry. Okay, let's
your, your
let's separate these two captions, right? And this one is your, and this one is neurochemistry, like that.
Here's what's happening. Your neurochemistry evolved for a world of occasional rewards, finding food, social connection, successful hunting. But
Finding food. Okay, so harvesting, or maybe I don't think it's for that, right? But let's see. Finding food, right? That's food. Hunting. I think we can use this one. Why not? Finding food.
Finding food, social connection, successful hunt. Finding food.
Increase the scale.
Food,
Social connection. Gathering, right? Or something. Social connection, right? Social. Oh, let's do. Let's do gathering. No, campfire. Campfire. This. Okay.
social connection.
We don't see a campfire, unfortunately, but still. And finally, hunting, right? Hunting. Go.
Successful hunting. But modern life created an environment of constant artificial triggers that hijack the system. Social media notifications, email.
Social media notifications. Okay. So now we dive into these triggers, right?
Social media
notifications. 66.
notifications,
Email. Hmm.
Email alerts, gaming achievements, shopping rewards.
Email alerts. Do I have something regarding email alerts? So social. This one. Just use this one. Okay. Let's see. I think I had something regarding emails and stuff, but not sure where though. And what category I used for that. Digital? No. Huh. Communication maybe? Communication through email or something? Huh. I don't know. It's hard to find. Let's try maybe to find here, right? Email. Why there's no video with just a simple Gmail or something? So weird. Okay, let's maybe use the simplest one, right? Like this one, because I totally it's just a couple of seconds, right? And I spend an enormous amount of time for that. That's not what I want.
Email alerts, game.
Then gaming.
Gaming achievements, shopping rewards.
Shopping rewards. That's from shopping. I have a couple of these.
Shopping rewards,
even work accomplishments. Okay, let's do something like promotion. Like a job promotion, right? Oh yeah, this one got promoted, right? See if we can use it here.
Followed by crash.
Let's cut it this way.
Even work accomplishments.
Right? And a little bit to the left, right? Let's see.
Rewards. Even work accomplishments.
Accomplishments definitely needs to be accomplishments, right? Let's see.
System, social media notifications, email alerts, gaming achievements, shopping rewards, even work accomplishments. Each creates a dopamine spike followed by a crash that makes you want more. This isn't your character flaw or lack of willpower, it's your brain.
Okay.
Dopamine spike followed by a crash that makes you want more. This isn't your character flaw or.
Let's see. Addiction, maybe? Wait a second. Double D here. Addiction. Let's use this one. Like smoking a cigarette. Okay. Oh, I already have this one, this footage.
The dopamine spike followed by a crash that makes you by a crash that makes you want more. This isn't your character flaw or lack of willpower, it's your brain functioning exactly as designed in an environment it wasn't designed for. The solution is understanding that happiness comes from within. Lack of willpower, it's your brain functioning.
Your brain functioning in a new environment, right? So again, let's see. Yeah, I will use this. Brain animation.
Brain functioning exactly as designed in an environment it wasn't designed for. The solution is understanding that happiness comes from within, not from external triggers designed to make you dependent. And true contentment is being at peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine.
Okay, and being at peace, and this is something I want to point out, like this one. Let's see.
And true contentment is being at
Let's go.
peace with whatever dopamine level you currently have, not more dopamine.
Wait, what's this?
Not more dopamine.
And there goes my image rate. Wait, let's use the second one. I have 3 separate articles. Or let me check. Let me check if I recorded for the second article though. Just, yeah, for the second one I have one more video, but still I think it's worth it to make another one, right? Why not? Why not? Okay, and one more time. Science and philosophy of happiness. This one and this one, right? So it's 2 more articles. This one, with my doodle here. Handwritten doodle. Full size screenshot. There we go. And this one as well. Run command, full size screenshot. There we go. Wait a second, where's the previous one? This one. Okay, one more time, full size. There we go. That's the one I need. That's the one I need. Okay, let's place it right here. 180. That's the starting position, like this. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy of Happiness. Why dopamine isn't enough for you. There we go. Let's finish with this one. This here, right? And let's create is in and is out interpolation. There we go. Let's place it this way. That should do it. Dopamine. I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called The Science and Philosophy of Happiness. Why dopamine isn't enough for you to read in my newsletter for free. See you over there. Alright, that's it. That's it for this video in terms of B-rolls. Right now let's work on the audio, and since that's the same recording session as the previous one, I just can do the same exact settings, right, without any second thought here, because it's exactly the same settings should be applied here, no doubt about that. There's nothing different about the sound, because usually I don't tweak my sound during a recording session. Hard limiter here, -1, but still we need to check the final result here, right? That's definitely still the thing.
Your brain experiences a 50-100% dopamine increase during pleasurable natural activities like sex. Cocaine gives to 50% increase.
yeah, we need like a couple of more decibels here, right? So let's add those.
Your brain experiences a 50-100% dopamine increase during pleasurable natural activities like sex. Cocaine gives to 50% increase. Methamphetamine whopping 1000%
Like that. And now
increase.
we need audio track, right? Go to music, royalty free. My audio track. I feel like I need to update my audio tracks though, but still. 20.
Your brain experiences a 50-100% dopamine increase during pleasurable natural activities like sex. Cocaine gives to 50% increase. Methamphetamine whopping 1000% increase. This explains exactly why you feel
Alright, now let's go to Lumetri scopes and Lumetri color, right? And let's apply some corrections here. Something around the same amount of increases here and there, right? The same amount of changes as for the previous video, because they basically been recorded at the same environment, right, with the same lighting. So there's nothing I
feel trapped in a cycle of seeking validation, achievement, and pleasure that never quite satisfies. Here's what's happening.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for this video, guys. This was totally way faster, right? And let me close this one and let's create a new one, the last one for today. The worst way to find happiness is the one most popular using right now. Let's try to find this video. So, there we go. Create. Let's see what this is video about. I mean, it's still the same topic as the previous one, but in a slightly different angle. Okay, first thing first, we create sequence from my preset. Place the video here, keeping existing settings untouched. Right, we do increase scale to 178, and we need to put myself a little bit to the right, right? Yeah. There we go. Let me cut the beginning and the end a little bit. And let's go.
The worst way to find happiness is the one most people are using right now. Chasing external dopamine triggers that create brief highs followed by crashes that leave you wanting more. Studies show that constant dopamine overstimulation leads to receptor downregulation. Your brain literally becomes less capable of feeling pleasure from normal stimuli. This is exactly what happens in addiction, and it's happening to most of us without realizing it. Each social media notification, each achievement, each purchase, each distraction from uncomfortable emotions, each creates a spike then
Okay, remove this one.
Each creates a spike, then a crash, then a craving for more. Former President Sean Parker admitted, "We put in features like the Former President Sean Parker admitted, "We put in features like the like button to give users dopamine hits, exploiting vulnerability in human psychology." Your happiness is literally. Former President Sean Parker admitted, "We put in features like the like button to give users dopamine hits, exploiting vulnerability in human psychology to gives users."
Why
Former President.
am I calling his former president? Former Facebook president. Oh my god.
Former President Sean Parker admitted, "We put in features like the like button to give users dopamine hits, exploiting vulnerability in human psychology. Your happiness is literally their business model. The fastest way to reclaim your happiness is counterintuitive. Stop chasing external triggers and start building internal contentment through meaning, connection, and presence. This is liberation from a cycle that was never designed to make you happy in the first place." I have an essay on the topic of searching for happiness called "The Science and Philosophy of Happiness: Why Dopamine Isn't Enough" for you to read in my newsletter for free. See you over there.
Okay, that was fun. My man, you still yeah, sure. What happened? What? I just wanted to Twitch, but now it's my YouTube account. Oh yeah, I'm here as well. Yeah, as you can see, my YouTube is way more successful than Twitch, right? So yeah, it's better to maybe watch me on YouTube. There we go. Here we meet again, right?
The worst way to find happiness is the one most people are using right now.
Okay. Again, let's just decrease the amount of silence between clips.
Using right now. Chasing external dopamine triggers.
There we go.
More. Studies show.
Wait a second.
You wanting more. Studies show.
Yep, that's good. This is just a small gap. Let's see.
On regulation. Your brain literally becomes normal stimuli. This is exactly what happens in addiction.
Right.
Without realizing it. Each social media notification.
Each
Each media notification. Each achievement. Emotions. Each creates a craving for more. Former President Sean Parker
posting a video about bad dopamine on YouTube. There we go. We have the same topic, right? That's great.
Dopamine hits, exploiting vulnerability in human psychology.
Psychology. There we go.
Psychology. Your happiness is literally their business model.
The former Facebook president, not just president.
Their business model. The fastest way to reclaim your happiness
Right?
intuitive. Stop chasing.
Wait. I think we need a little bit more here, right?
Counterintuitive. Stop chasing.
Yeah, that's better. To preserve the rhythm, right? Of speech.
And presence. This is liberation.
Not so fast, not so fast.
In the first place. I have an essay on the topic of
Here as well.
first place. I have an essay on
There we go. All right, that's it. Now let's do transcription, right? Let's transcribe the text and let's create adjustment layer that I place on top of arrow like this. There we go. The worst way. So again, there's a lack of article here, right? We are missing the here. So in order to fix this, I just want to add two more, maybe one more. Yeah, just one more frame, and that's it. That's how it works, right? For some reason, the automation just didn't recognize the here, right? But with +1 frame, it works exactly as intended. Okay, guys, I think I will stop here because it's time for me to prepare lunch. And yeah, I want to make sure I will make it on time. And see you next time on my next work session. I don't think I will stream today with this video again because it's basically the same exact process, right? And I will finish it offline, but you will see my video posted today that we created together. So make sure that you follow me across all my socials. It's all the socials. I have my newsletter, as you may know already, right? YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Telegram, Snapchat, TikTok, wherever you present. Please feel free to follow me, Anti-Code Guy, and I have a website, anticodeguy.com/links. You will find all my links there, and also my newsletter on Substack and Beehive. So see you and have a great day. I'll try to watch you in the next one. Thank you very much, T-Sci News, and I wish you, my man, a lot of subscribers. See you and have a great week. Bye bye.